significant difference and really help you. First of all, though, you probably want to know who this bloke is and what he knows about stopping smoking. I'm the research director of the National Smoking Cessation Institute, and in case you don't know what that is, we are the UK organisation that researches and develops new ways to help people to stop smoking without the use of drugs. I'm also the author of a certain number of books. My first one, Stop Smoking for Good. It's a horrible title, I know, but I didn't choose it. The publisher did. We had a bit row about that, actually. But still, very good book. Came out some years ago with the latest ideas at the time. And then this one, How Can You Expect to Stop Smoking If You Eat Tomatoes? I know, you're surprised, and you want me to tell you what on earth that means. Well, I'm not going to, not at this stage, because I've got a lot to tell you at the moment, and we'll be talking about tomatoes and what the significance of that is. One of the many things that can influence an attempt to stop smoking, and only one of them, and it doesn't affect everybody, but it really is important to know this stuff. I want to tell you a story actually about that. We have a walk-in centre in Hove, in Sussex, and people walk in, as you might imagine, and they can come in and they can ask us questions about stopping smoking. We're there to advise. And a taxi pulled up one day, and the driver got out and came and he said, "Help." We said, "What's the matter?" He said, "It's not. I don't need to stop smoking." He said, "I've stopped." He said, "I stopped weeks ago, and I still want to smoke." He said, "I've never lost the craving over these weeks. When is it ever going to end? What can I do?" Well, we thought about it, and one of the questions we asked him was, "Are you passive smoking?" Because passive smoking, obviously, is effectively smoking. And he said, "Definitely not. Not living with a smoker, don't socialise with smokers, so it's not that." So we asked some other questions, and then we came up with this one. And we said, "Do you like tomatoes?" And he said, "Love them." He said, "I eat them all the time, but what's the connection?" Well, we explained to him what the connection is, which I'm not going to explain to you now because there isn't time, and that will come in later in another video. But we explained and said, please don't eat any tomato or tomato products for the next few days, say a week, and we'll see if you're okay. And by the way, he said, "Great, thanks." And he said, "By the way, please do pop back if you get a chance, and let us know how you're getting on, because it's always lovely to have feedback. You know, and we help people. Do they help us in return? No, but there you go, it's life." But blow me, a week later, popped in again, and he said, "I just wanted to come and say thank you." He said, "It's gone away." Well, we knew it would. So if we hadn't known that, if he hadn't come in, I suppose you probably would have started smoking again. So this is, I promise you, useful information. We're not going to be talking just about tomatoes, of course, or even about food in general and smoking, although there are lots of connections. One of the things I want to talk to you about in probably the next video in this series is motivation. If you're not sure that you want to stop, why? What does that mean, and how do you get motivated? And actually what I'm going to be explaining to you is actually you want to stop smoking more than you think you do, but all that will be coming later, so patience. A big thing, how addiction works. There's so much misunderstanding about addiction. People really don't know. People who should know, by which I mean people in the smoking cessation profession, really don't understand the issue. I'm going to be explaining to you actually how it works based on research that has been proved to be correct. And I think that's going to be really helpful to you. We're going to look at habit, and we're going to talk about habit quite a lot, but mostly what we're going to be saying is why we're not going to talk about habit, if that makes any sense at all. Because people go on and on about habit, but I have to tell you, habit is not the reason you can't stop smoking. You might think it is, but trust me, I really, really do know what I'm talking about here. Stress. Stress is a big one. People say, "Oh yes, I smoke because I'm stressed. I went back to smoking because I'm stressed." So we do need to cover that. And I'll be explaining to you about what the connection is between smoking, so it's how that actually works and what you can do about it. Some other bits and pieces, all good stuff. I hope you really enjoy it, but to be honest, here ended the first lesson. One more thing, you probably think, aha, this is actually about selling books. Well, no. because you can't buy either of these books because, for the simple reason, they're out of print. We don't sell books. So it's not about that at all. It really is about helping you. Having said that, my new book, my latest book, which I have to say is absolutely brilliant, is with my agents at the moment, and we hope it's going to be published in 2010. So all I can say is watch this space. That really is it. I do hope you enjoy the work we're going to be doing together.